This is Tim Maria here live in Kirkland, Washington. We're really kind of the center of the cell phone universe starting, almost 25 years ago with Cellular One here. And I wanted to catch up with Suke Jawanda, who is the Chief Marketing Officer here for the Bluetooth Special Interest Group.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing? Good to be in Kirkland. And then a friend, client, and really cool entrepreneurial company called Heapsylon. We have Maurizio Macagno.
Hello, team. How you doing?
Good to see you again. So you guys have an Indiegogo campaign going on now, startup out of background of Microsoft.
Yes, I think we are making quite a lot of noise nowadays. You might have heard of Sensoria Fitness. It's a new fitness device that we are building, and we are right now on the Indiegogo campaign and collecting funds for an early release in January 2014.
So the reason why we're doing this show is we wanted to shine some light for other entrepreneurs out there, the general population in general, and investors who are looking at some fast-moving spaces, paradigm-shifting technologies. And what we're going to do is walk through and create a playlist of videos for you guys today to first talk about Sensoria and about their path to kind of breaking into the market right now with some cool new devices built into socks and soon into clothing, wearable devices. And then we'll go into the Bluetooth SIG, how it can help startups, big companies, small companies, what you guys are all about, and some paradigm-shifting things that are happening with your new announcement with Android.
Yeah, great stuff.
So first, give us a little bit of background on Bluetooth.
So the Bluetooth SIG, we're celebrating the technology itself for 15th year. And this is our worldwide headquarters here in Kirkland, Washington. We're made up of member companies. So the Bluetooth SIG owns the brand. It helps these companies manage the intellectual property and the technology and evolve it. But it's companies like yours and actually 19,000 other companies that are Bluetooth SIG members that actually make the products. And we had about 200 new companies, new members every single month to the Bluetooth SIG. And that's what's driving the growth and the innovation.
Great. Heapsylon Sensoria, how old is that company?
So the company was founded at the end of the 2010. It was founded by three crazy guys, ex-Microsoft. Actually, ex-Microsoft since March. We kind of worked on the sidelines on this project with this idea that actually morphed from a great intuition by Mario, which is the inventor. Mario Esposito is the inventor, the craziest guy on the block. And we got basically technology that eventually became feasible. We understood that actually this was feasible and wasn't as hadn't been done before. And the technology basically is smart fabric that can actually detect pressure. And when you deal with fabric, there are a lot of challenges around that: washability, durability, the fact that how do you connect electronic stuff to the fabric. And we came a long way, and we are now confident that we can ship products that are not just for the fitness space, but also for the healthcare. So there are a lot of interest around this technology. So our first product, it's called Sensoria Fitness, and it's basically a pair of smart socks which have pressure sensors in it and can actually detect the way you walk, you stand, the type of activity you do. And of course, that data collected by a device, which is an anklet, flexible anklet that will stick to your sock, can actually be sent to your smartphone or be stored for later upload to the cloud. And what happens is two things. You can actually get very precise data that you can analyze and get great information about the way you did your activity that can be useful for you if you're a data freak, but can also be useful for your physiotherapist or your coach to give you guidance on what you did well and what you didn't do so well. Because devices on the market currently mostly detect how far and how fast you run. We aspire to see how well you're running. And so we also want to give real-time feedback, actionable feedback. So along with the device and the sock, we are building an application that will be available on Bluetooth low-energy enabled devices. Android has just come out with a new platform release which supports that, and we are eager to start the development there as well. But
this is a Bluetooth smart product then?
Yes, it's a Bluetooth smart product. And being a small startup, we wanted to focus on some technology that was becoming mainstream, and unfortunately we cannot be too much tied to legacy. And Bluetooth Low Energy is really great because battery consumption is a challenge when you collect data and you stream it constantly. And so really having this ability, it's great for us because we can actually collect a lot of data and send it to the smartphone for having what we call virtual coach. So in real time, you grab the data, we analyze it, and if we detect something that it's different from your average or your best, we can actually tell you in real time if you decide so. So you might get warnings because you're heel striking too much, or because your cadence is not on par with what you want to be for your goals, and things like that.
Cool. So what is Bluetooth Smart, and how does that enable companies like Heapsylon and their Sensoria line?
Yeah, it's a great question. So Bluetooth Smart is really what a lot of these new innovative products are based on, and it uses the Bluetooth Low Energy feature of our latest specification, which is Bluetooth version 4. And so it's ultra power efficient. So just to give you an example, Polar, the company that makes chest straps, a couple years ago, they used classic Bluetooth technology that you find in speakers and headsets, which is optimized for steady streaming of data. They used Bluetooth products or Bluetooth technology in conjunction with Nokia to make a chest strap. It worked great, except those things are powered by a coin cell battery, and it lasts for a couple of months under normal use cases. They came out last year with the Polar H7, which was their first Bluetooth Smart chest rate strap. The same chest rate strap now lasts a couple of years. Wow. So this is orders of magnitude difference. So the fact that it's ultra low power means you can now take Bluetooth technology and put it into truly anything and have that connected and part of the connected world. So it's very, very innovative, very, very disruptive in a number of verticals. And sports and fitness is clearly one of the first ones where it's really popped. So Fitbit, the Nike Fuel Band, Sensoria, and a number of other innovative companies that have either have product out there right now or they've got campaigns on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Bluetooth Smart is really the technology that's really driving that proliferation.
In the most recent development is Android. What's happening there?
Yeah, so it's really cool. So if you've got all these sensors, so whether it's the Sensoria, for example, Suke, or the Fitbit, it needs something to talk to. Right? It needs to talk to, it needs to send that data to applications. And the cool thing about Bluetooth, and one of the reasons why these companies choose Bluetooth is, yes, it's incredibly power efficient, but it's on the devices your customers probably already have, which is your phone, your tablet, your PC. It's already there. It's been there actually for years. And so what these devices have become, the operating systems in particular, where we've spent a lot of time as an organization working with, is having those operating systems provide native support for Bluetooth Smart technology. And so that's where the promise is with Sensoria, for example. You go to Indiegogo, you fund the campaign, you get the product at some point, and you want it to connect to your iPhone or now your Android phone. You just go to the App Store, download the application, and for the consumer, you just pair those two things and it just works. Because it works with the things they already have. And so we've got native Smart Ready support for Apple and all the iOS devices. It started with the 4S. So every new iOS product since the 4S is Bluetooth Smart Ready. So it's ready to connect to classic Bluetooth products as well as all these new Bluetooth Smart products. BlackBerry 10 just announced support, native support, and then of course Android version 4.3. Any new Android device, whether it's regardless of the manufacturer, if they pick up that operating system, most likely that's going to be a Bluetooth Smart Ready device that's ready to connect with any of these innovative products that we've talked about already, and we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah, very cool. So we're going to do another episode just doing a deep dive into this opportunity and the capabilities. I was curious, Maurizio, what's been your experience as kind of as a dev using these tools, and what kind of new ideas have you come up with that is enabled by making cool things like smart socks?
Well, I must say that I signed up to the Bluetooth consortium as an adopter company, and I had immediately access to a lot of documentation that was really jump-starting the development effort and allowed us to work with that are building the actual firmware and the hardware to really come up with a protocol that it's our specification, that we can use existing standard already defined protocols, but also additional stuff. Really easy to create a profile and then start the implementation. And we got also some proof of concept code that allowed us to integrate with a Polar H7, just because we in our type of scenarios, we want to be able from our app not just to connect to Sensoria, but also to leverage other health devices that you might have. So if you're running with Sensoria and with a Polar heart monitor, it wouldn't be great to collect this data to have more meaningful calorie estimates, to have more meaningful activity detection. And how that works together. The beauty is that you can actually get multiple devices at the same time connected to your application in no time. It's really...
So if they have an API, you can pull the data from their sensors, your sensors.
Yes, because they adhere to a standard protocol that's been published on the consortium, and so you really just have to read the data, subscribe to their stream, and you get automatically data coming in. The beauty is moving from the older Bluetooth specs to the Bluetooth ready, Bluetooth Smart, is that you basically subscribe to a stream. You don't have to poll for data. You get it whenever it's ready.
Just a constant stream,
right.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, for us, we have a need for getting more data, more frequent, because we want to really see how your foot lands on the ground. So actually sample at high rate, no problem. We can get this stream at high speed without.
Yeah, it's more than just running, because I was interviewing the triathlon expert that you have on staff, and he was just saying just to position shoes for bikes.
Yes.
On the right place, otherwise you'll pinch the nerve and pinch the blood, and people will be biking for 1,000,000 miles and their feet will fall asleep.
Yeah, there are things that you can do with the technology that enables, for example, change the layout of the sensor on the sock, and now you have a sock that can be used for other sports. Cycling is one example. People don't realize you don't just want to push when you pedal, but you also want to pull. So being able to monitor how much there is the imbalance is useful for better performance, and that's another application that could be done using the same hardware, just a different type of socks, and again with the Bluetooth Smart capabilities.
Okay, we wanted to give you guys all a highlight here. We'll ask about your website, how to get more resources, and let's start there, and then we'll go and finish with.
Yeah, the best place, if you're a developer who's even thinking about wireless, we think Bluetooth is the right technology. As Maurizio already said, we've got some fantastic tools. So if you go to developer.bluetooth.org, that's a fantastic place to start. And you'll get the 101 on what the technology is, how to use it, sample code, quick start guides to really get you up and running, just to check it out, just to try it out and see if it's for you. So developer.bluetooth.org is the best place to start.
And Indiegogo Campaigns going right now. What's happening there?
So we reached this morning actually, 95% of our goal. The campaign is still running for 2 weeks, so we can actually make a last mile race and break the records for ourselves, of course. And also we have also finished this morning all the packages for developers. So we also had a great interest from developers to get an SDK early in their hands to actually.
What's the website?
The website is sensoriafitness.com, and you will get basically the redirection to the Indiegogo campaign. So you can take a look, see our videos, see our information, what's coming in, and if you want to pledge, there are several levels of support you can give to this product.
Excellent. Well, hey, thanks so much for your time, guys. It's been great, and super excited to kind of be here at the cutting edge. Right here in Kirkland, Washington. So tune in to the next episode, and we'll deep dive into what's happening with some other opportunities with Bluetooth. Thanks so much.